Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Symphogear OVAs for Season 5. We got 4 of them. As per usual, like I've been doing recently with these, I will be doing all 4 of them in this video, so I'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. We'll watch the first one, and then I will get to the end of that, maybe talk about it a little bit, and then get into the next one and do another countdown for you guys. So that's how it'll go, and we'll do that for all 4 of them in this video. And we will finish up what is left of the series. Now, obviously, I know that last episode was like the finale, and this is just OVA stuff. But sometimes they talk about things and answer some questions I have in these, as well as them just being fun. So even if they're just all fun and they don't answer anything, that's fine with me. And I'm sure the answers are out there. I'm sure there's stuff that I missed to answer the questions that I talked about them in the discussion of the last episode. So probably the main one being, is the Curse of Bilal gone or still active? Because I felt like they were like, at one point I thought they said they disabled it and that's why Shemha was able to do what she did, but then at another point they said that humanity is still like confused and can never understand each other because of the Curse of Bilal. So I was like, but like I said, probably something I missed rather than something, you know, unanswered in the show, possibly. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this, guys, so let's jump into it and have some laughs before we move on to the next show in the next series. So yeah, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Hey, Chris's birthday! An exotic pet? Or is it food? Oh. Just before the birthday party. Oh, so she is there, okay. I wasn't sure if she was imagining what Chris would do. I interrupted. Interesting. Like the little noise or whatever that was supposed to be there was like a little bit erased. 10 years of parties. That's a pretty big party. Oh no. Life isn't some kind of 90s cartoon. No. Oh no. Did she want to do it on her own? Oh. I see. What are you... Is she looking for outfit? Oh, outfits? Okay. I was gonna say looking for gifts, and then I saw the outfits, and outfits came out of my mouth. Okay. Probably a gift, an outfit for Chris, as a gift. For our adorable little friend. The tough dilemma of having money, so do you get an expensive gift, or do you be humble and get something smaller so they don't have to feel like they have to return the favor? I kind of prefer smaller gifts because I am that way, where I feel like I need to repay the same size gift that someone gets me. So many books! Just don't get her anything. Yay! No. The old Chris in the beginning of the show would have been like, no, don't do that! No. It is very Tsubasa. Oh no, after everything? She did the same. Just reversed. Damn it, Maria. Oh, okay, just kidding. Oh, that outfit is very Chris. Like how we cut, like, transition just for that. Just kidding, here it is. She's eating entire chunks of cake in one bite. It's so impressive when anime characters do that. Oh no. Death? Oh man, I forget how quick these are. Wow, okay. We are already done with that one. I guess it is like a minute of outro. Actually, hold on. I want to pay attention because there is a lot of video left. Let's make sure that there's nothing after. We only have like a few seconds left until we see. Because it seems like there might be. Yeah. No. Arigato. So adorable. Alrighty, that is it now for the first OVA. Very fun. Chris's birthday. It was all centered around that, which was fun. I like the idea of it being structured all around. I mean, a lot of the times it is structured around one or two things. But having it just be Chris's birthday was fun. Like just them picking out gifts, and did we ever get to see what Hibiki picked out, actually? It focused on Tsubasa's gift and on Maria's gift, but Hibiki had this like whole plan on like what to get. Did I completely space out and miss it? Let's see if we can cut to the party. Where is that? She's still picking gifts. Here it is. Okay, let me get the subtitles back on. Yeah, so here's the party scene again. Yeah, so I think the only one... I was trying to see if maybe the other gifts were open around her and I could, like, decipher what they are. But, okay, a pair of winter gloves. I forgot. I do remember seeing that. The cake. So, the cake was obviously probably Kirika and Shirabe together, right? Fit for a wedding. I missed that joke. That's my bad. I don't know why I missed that one, but or maybe I read it and didn't realize it, but they said fit for a wedding after they made the joke between Shirabe and Kirika, like cutting the cake together being something couples do. That's funny. Oh, my bad for missing out on that during it. But yeah, and then so just I guess the winter gloves are Miku and Hibiki together. Is their gift? That's cool. Alright. That's just what I wanted to look up, because I was like, wait, did we see the other gifts? But we did. I was just overshadowed by the other stuff, because it was just so simple, right? And it wasn't something funny, so it didn't stick in my mind as much, so... But yeah, fun little Chris's birthday, so... I don't really have much more to say, so we shall move on. Here, let me actually close this one and get the other one set up here. To OVA 2, which is actually even shorter than the last one. Make sure we get the subtitles on. Alrighty, guys. So here we go with OVA 2. We are gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Elf9, what are you up to? Oh, the lab tests. Fried shrimp. No. Is she trying to, like, recreate Carol out of her memories, maybe? Or seeing it again. Okay, so she's trying to find traces. Carol's just like, leave me alone. What? Keep it down, memories. It's like Carol's memories just don't even want to open the door. Oh my god, this is silly. Oh. Little Elf9 memory in there? Is that what that was? She infiltrated. Until the day I see you again. That's what they're calling it, the apartment block. Oh man, that's funny. It was in the transition too. Yeah, just like Ogawa. Ninja mode. Tickle her to death! The little voice is adorable. No. Just before changing shifts, so we're gonna follow her a little bit. Oh. Oh my god, a little hint at his nightmare he had. That was back at the start of the season, right? That was the start of season 4, wasn't it? Because that was with Saint Germain in them when they made the big snake thing and they're being carried. I believe. No, no. Yeah, definitely what caused it. Just marathoning nightmare horror movies. Oh, we're back to the reenactment. Hmm. Oh, so is this when they came out? Oh. Okay. Nice. Is there more after this one? Uh I don't think so, but I will wait and make sure. But yeah, that was a fun one. The So did I get that right? Is that those moments like building up to when Carol came out and fought right after the yep, that is it for OVA 2, guys. But yeah, so is that when was that like a build up of kind of like what happened in the mind space before she came out and helped fight and everything? That's cool though. I wasn't sure if that was like I wasn't sure if that was what was already like what was happening currently, right? With Elf 9 trying to get Carol back. I wasn't sure if Carol was just like she really didn't waste everything that was left and it just like she locked herself in that room and didn't want to be bothered and Elf 9 just sitting there knocking all the time like, hey Carol, come back out, you know. And she just sat there and ignored it the whole time. But it seemed like, I mean, it was called a reenactment, which makes me think it was a reenactment of something that happened, right? And I imagine that's like towards the end there when they started talking about the auto scores and everything. I was like, okay, that's when the auto scores came out and that little look on her face is and talking about where her gear was and everything. Must have been when she decided to finally come out and fight. But yeah, that was a fun one. A little silly, little repetitive in the whole like cutting to just like them being in that room arguing with each other and stuff like that. But it was still fun. I still enjoyed it, and I liked the little scene with because we don't get a lot from those people that work in the command room and everything. I don't even know their names well enough. Like I'm pretty sure we've gotten their names, but I can't remember them at all. Um, but yeah, it was fun that he borrowed. When he said commander, I'm assuming he's talking about, and especially since he's referring to movies, I imagine he's talking about Gendro. So that's, wow, why did that name sound wrong coming out of my mouth? I feel like I haven't I feel like I haven't said his name in a bit. No, that's his name, okay. I wanted to make sure. Sometimes I just completely butcher names. But yeah, that was a fun little moment where he borrowed the horror movies. It's like I like how he let her go through that whole thing of like, oh, that moment back was scary in the beginning of season 4 when we almost died and everything. So maybe that's what's triggering your nightmares and all that. And then he's like, or it's the fact that I've been marathoning horror movies, and she's like, oh, yep, that's definitely it. The funny thing is when I was younger, horror movies got to me a lot more than they do now. I actually, when I was really young, I watched Sixth Sense, and there was something about that, like the ghost in that one that has like the water like dribbling out of her mouth constantly. That one gave me nightmares for like weeks and weeks, and after that, I never wanted to watch a scary movie again. Like all through my childhood, I never watched scary movies again because I just didn't want to have those nightmares again. It wasn't worth it. So, but then at some point, I got in the habit of watching people play scary games, um, and I watch a lot of Scary Game Squad with Jesse Cox and all the others that are with him that do that little group that play. Um, and now I even watch them like when I'm laying in bed. I'll watch them on my phone before I fall asleep, and it doesn't bother me or give me nightmares anymore. It doesn't even like scare me all that much. Granted, sometimes I will go through like there's like a playlist of all of their stuff in order, and I'll just play that playlist because sometimes I'll fall asleep to it. So I don't want to watch anything new. Um, so a lot of times I'll just replay that playlist and fall asleep to it, and that's what I do almost every single night. And that's pretty much the only time I watch it is when I'm laying in bed. But it's just funny how like I definitely understand people like because I had those nightmares when I was a kid. I understand people watching horror movies and being bothered by it. But then I also understand because as I've gotten older, I'm not bothered by it anymore. I understand the other side of it where I now don't have that problem uh and can just sleep, fall asleep easily and not get nightmares and all of that. But yeah, fun little OVA too. I didn't even write anything down for that one. Oh, I saw one frame of this next one and it has Vanessa, so I think we're gonna get a little bit of those girls in this one, probably. But alright guys, so OVA 3, we are gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, is this the past? Yeah, that's cool. Oh. Rust and bolts. Yeah, so this is right after the end of AXZ, which was must have been last season when the Bavarian Illuminati went down. Oh my god! Oh jeez, that was an intense fight. She lost a leg and an arm. Okay, so cut right to when they started working for him. Oh, strong girl, look at her lift those weights. I mean, she's a robot, but I mean. Oh, now she has concerns. Hit and run strike force. What? You, Is that Hit and Run Strike Force like a joke at kind of like how the show is with that? Maybe? Because I've talked about how like they just show up and then run away like every episode. Not just them, but a lot of the villains. They must combine! Of course! Yes, this is anime after all. Ah! The, Hell's Kitchen. I want to go back and look at that full list. I will. They were Red something, right? I can't remember what it was. I wrote it down. Oh no! I hate when food goes out of season. Yeah, it transcends. Sometimes it is fun, like, as much as it sucks to have to wait, sometimes it is nice to have those seasonal things rather than, you know, eating something all year round and getting bored of it, right? Noble Red. That was the name. Yeah, it becomes a special moment. Oh! Oh! she Instead of just like playing the sound, she just like does it with her mouth. That's fun. Bing bong bum bum. Interesting. I didn't know that's. I mean, I've seen some of the show Penny Dreadful, but I didn't know it meant something like that before seeing the show. That show really confused the crap out of me. I don't think I paid enough attention when I watched it because I felt like I had no idea what was going on. Or maybe that's the thing. Maybe Penny Dreadful is just like a series of small stories, and that's I was expecting it all to be one big story. But alright. That was a good one. We got to see a little bit more. It wasn't like as like obviously it had some funny moments, but it was more of kind of seeing these like girls come together as a group, right? We saw them escaping after the end of season 4. We saw them, you know, they decided who the leader was, and they even like fought over it and everything. So we got a little bit of story from them, which was really cool. But that is it for OVA 3. the little moment with those two guys in the office again. Once again, I like seeing that because we didn't get to see a lot of them. And he like, I don't know, to like cut to her being like, what about relationship or whatever? Or like he said, does it have anything to do with like a past relationship? And she's like, huh? Like, it was just a fun little scene. It's like, oh dude, you done messed up. I saw, all I really got to read was Hell's Kitchen, and then I like distracted myself when it comes to the list of names for themselves. Were they not all in English, I guess? Oh, there they go. Okay. It like goes from English and then goes, I guess that's also why I didn't read them all, because at one point it just cuts right back. Okay, so we have Requiem for Our Dream, Hell's Kitchen, All's Fair in Love, and ICBMs. Victory Road, Alchemic Order of the Silver Twilight, Sinless Death Valley, Voynich Family? Some of these I don't understand, but I'm just going through them all. Heaven's Rending, Last Notice. I'm guessing these are all like some kind of references, right? Because some of them are anyway. Electric Halberd, Gita, Girl Demo, Legend Savior of Centuries End. Just very like leet speak weirdness. Okay. Anarchy Girls, Fight Pappardella, Blood Clan Battalion, Sinister 3, 7th Key Guardians. That's funny. They didn't even like that. So they knew about the 7th key before that season even started? The Mother of Sighs. Wait. The Mother of Sighs, and then doesn't Vanessa sigh? So is that supposed to be like a reference to Vanessa? Does she sigh? I guess she just says like, whoa, and then ew. Okay. Anyway, that was fun. But, oh man. I wonder, does Noble Red just, like, try to express their, because they felt they were in the right in what they were doing, right? So their noble intentions, and then Red just having to do with the blood they have to take in to fight, maybe. I don't know. I thought they were gonna like explain it more as to like Noble Red and why they picked it and everything, but then they didn't even bother going into it. So anyway, fun stuff. We got one more, guys, and then Symphogear stuff is over until we get freaking more content come out, which is sad. OVA 4. We are gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Ding. Antarctica. Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting that OVA 3 and 4 are kind of jumping back a bit, whereas OVA 1 and 2 seem to be more present. A week before departing for Antarctica. Hmm. Oh no. That's funny. I like that. Oh no, now you're thinking about it. It's like when you have to think about breathing. When someone mentions, like, now you're thinking about breathing, and then you sit there like, oh shit, it's actually hard. How do I normally breathe? No, oh no! Where did the sword's cuteness go? It's a movie! What movie is it? Oh no! Is it The Thing? That's like an Antarctic movie, right? Oh. Because it said the creature, right? But maybe it just couldn't say the thing. Oh, I see. They got the wrong movie. Oh no, is it gonna be the guy from the Office? So they were 9 below. Oh no, Chris! She has the same reaction. Oh no, yeah, that's definitely the thing. Oh man, she didn't sleep good. What? So what did they end up with? Chris is gonna get such a bad idea of what they're talking about. Oh, that's great. Hmm. On the day of the departure. I like their little outfits, kind of like husband and wife. Hibiki leaving in the suit with Miku in like the housewife kind of outfit. Ah, it's over! Make sure there's nothing after this, but it doesn't seem like there is. Ah, I'm gonna miss it, guys. These characters are so fun. I love these little, like, I think I could have had a lot of fun if we had more interactions like this, right? Like, I don't know. Am I weird for that? Am I weird for feeling like we didn't need fights every single episode in this show and having some episodes where the characters were just doing stuff like these? That is it, guys, for OVA 4. But yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, but yeah, I don't know. I love these little things here. Which, don't get me wrong, we had like some moments like that in the show, of course, but then, you know, having these after the end of each season was really nice too. So I did appreciate that they at least did that. But But yeah, I feel like I would have appreciated the action a little bit more if it wasn't every single episode and we had some moments where we got to see the characters spending time together. Like, I like seeing the interactions between Tsubasa and Maria and, you know, Hibiki and Miku and Kirika and Shirabe, like their little niches that they have, and then just having Chris being thrown randomly into all of their interactions as the, you know, she's kind of like the, you know, eighth wheel or however you want to word it, or seventh wheel. Um, but yeah, like having her thrown into the mix of all of them and just popping in randomly, it's fun, but yeah, that might have been my favorite one out of the four right there. Like, I like the movie stuff. Like, I love that Gendro just gave them all different movies and they all got something different out of it. I wonder what movie Hibiki and Miku ended up with. Like, what do you guys think? Because they didn't say a name, right? They just kind of described what they got out of it a little bit. So, like, based on that, was anybody able to figure out what movie it was? Because obviously Chris got the thing by mistake when she thought she was watching Nine Below. And then, Kirika and Shirabe ended up with Nine Below when they thought they got the horror movie. They just, like, it's probably one of those things where you, like, he watched them, right, probably before he gave them to him, and when he took Nine Below out, he put it in the thing's case, and then put the thing in and watched that, and then was just lazy and put that one in the other case. Like, I definitely did that as a kid. My games were shuffled so much when I was a kid, because, like, I'd pull out a game and just put it in the previous game's case and stuff like that, and it was a disaster. Man, the days of discs. But yeah, that was just really funny seeing their different reactions to things, the different mix-ups because of the different cases, and then like Chris's thing of being like, what'd you guys think of the movie? You know, after she got like terrified by it, she has bags under her eyes because she didn't sleep. And then they just come out with this whole thing of like, oh, seeing them struggle through the conditions of their fate and everything. It's like, you could think of that, like, it almost sounded like they were sympathizing for the creature in the movie, right? Rather than, and all that. I don't know. Unless, like, that's kind of like what I thought was funny about it. But yeah. Very good stuff. These OVAs were a lot of fun, guys. It's, like I said, I'm gonna miss this show. If you guys are into my Patreon stuff at all, I will be watching, I don't know how to say it properly, Freerun. It's a newer show that came out. I decided on that one. I know a lot of other channels have done it. By the time, because I do Patreon shows the way I do them, this will be coming out on Patreon, and then it'll be coming out on YouTube, once I finish releasing Symphogear on YouTube. So it is going to be a while before Freerun makes it to YouTube, which will hopefully like wind down the hype from every other channel doing it, and people will be like willing to watch it again, kind of thing, right? But for those of you that watch on my Patreon, sorry if it's something that you've already seen a bunch of reactions to. And thank you so much for all the support. I know some of you guys have, I said it before, but I know some of you guys have been with me since the start of Symphogear. That's when you joined my Patreon and everything, and I very much appreciate it. So, very cool stuff. And I'll definitely be getting into more of this kind of genre in the future, because I did very much enjoy it. And I think I also talked a bit about how I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I was a little worried going into it. I was like, well, I hope I can give the show like the credit it deserves, because like I don't know if it's my kind of genre, but I ended up having a lot of fun with it. So definitely, I know Madoka Magica was recommended to me like a long time ago by a viewer very early into my channel, and I ended up having it on polls back to back to back, and it never ended up getting any votes, or I can't remember, maybe it just never got enough votes to win. And then I think for a while it just stopped getting votes altogether. And whenever a show doesn't get votes for a long time, I try to swap it off of my polls, so that way I can shuffle up the list a little bit and change it up. So it's not just like, oh, whatever new show I added to the same list of shows kind of thing, is usually the one that wins, because all the other ones are the ones that no one votes for. I like to switch it up a bit, so... But I did have more requests more recently from you guys for Madoka Magica, so I might add it to my next polls again and see if it happens to win. So make sure you keep an eye out for those polls. There won't be a poll for replacing this show, because I did ask what people thought, what my Patreon members thought in regards to it, but I usually don't do it for this show slot because it's a Patreon, it comes out on Patreon first, and I feel bad. I don't want to make the public vote for something that they have to pay to get access to, and then I don't have enough patrons to have them vote for a show, right? If I ever had a lot of patrons, I'd have them vote for this show slot, but it feels weird with only a couple patrons to have them vote with only a couple votes being thrown in. So I usually pick the shows. Sometimes I'll ask and go off of recommendations of my few patrons that I do have and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so either way, thank you guys, whether you supported the channel, whether you're just watching this on YouTube, either way, I very much appreciate all of the support from all of you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. As I've talked about a lot about my Patreon, check that out if you're interested. Links are in the description below, or they should be popping up on the screen. And I'll see you guys in my future reactions in the next show. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.